All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go, D. 25.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Check, point it right. Goose. X3. 218, chop. Pistol. Cut.
Mayfield down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route. And I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it. But not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
21.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. To return is Taylor. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the screen.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
3rd and long.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down.
A first down throw from Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run with Chubb, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's see what you got. 53 to Mike. 53. Check that.
Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Nick Bosa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Right here.
Alert, 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 alert. Up, up. Mike, 56.
Now Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
It's just me and you.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. One touch.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Breida. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. 180.
Check. 53's mine.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. On first down, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
180.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. King.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
To throw, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch it back.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield flushed out right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Hey, 133. 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's getting
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sione Takitaki, his 2nd sack of the night. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Garoppolo now. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Mayfield now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll run again with Hilliard, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check 56.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
50. 180. Check 56. We want this.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, over.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Throwing, Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, gun.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Bravo.
From the 31, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Goodwin.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Gets this one to use check. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Mayfield on play action. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check. Fresno. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. First down, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well, and then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
Switch gears. Hey, check 24. Check 24. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Point it right. One touch.
Here's Hilliard.
Watch the twist.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long.
Here we go.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Here we go. 180. White.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Cleveland, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.